Hello there.
It's good.
We're doing terribly. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. Question of the week number 22.
Damn.
22.
We're getting up there.
Wow. We're old.
Where's your hand puppets?
Oh, sorry. Tutu. Hee hee. Like the little dress thingy.
Tutu TT.
I don't even like it that you do that, yet I still remind you.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Sorry. Anyways, this question comes from Drac Dreadful on our Instagram. On my Instagram, actually. His band needs a drummer.
Oh, so he's an
yeah.
attention seeker. I'm just kidding.
Drac Dreadful is 17 from San Antonio, Texas.
There's always a price.
Surprise.
Fast.
San Antonio, Texas. That sounds like a cool place.
His band is called Killers Carnival from San Antonio, Texas.
So if you're out in San Antonio, give him a ring.
Yeah, I like that. Hit him up. If you're in San Antonio, hit this guy up. He's looking for a drummer. I would do it, but it's a little bit of a commute.
See?
Fucking lazy.
Alright, let's get to the question.
Lazy.
Should I make my guitarist and drummer break up because I'm afraid if they break up naturally, they won't want to be around each other?
So they're seeing each other.
They're in a relationship, and I'm afraid if they break up, I'll have rather no guitarist, no drummer, or both.
Well, that's a
Hence,
sticky
I guess
situation.
why, he needs a drummer. But we're going to answer as if,
You know, it's funny because we had a similar situation in Staten Island. I don't want to name any names, but
I don't even know what you're talking about. So
yeah. Okay, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
There was a band that's local that had a similar situation.
Well,
Alright.
go on.
Throwing subs.
What do you got for him? Come on.
I don't
know, but
well, basically, since this does affect you and your band, I wouldn't necessarily say yes, break them up, but I definitely would act as like a mediator and be like, hey, you guys got some shit to work on. It's affecting the band. You should really figure this out and even help them. It depends because people are very touchy when it comes to stuff like this. They could be like, it's none of your business. They could also tell you, I don't care that it's affecting our band. Like people can be touchy about this stuff, but if they're reasonable people, you can, like I said, just act like a mediator. Just tell them like, hey, I've done it before. Like, I've had similar situations where I've had to do that. So that's, I think, the best way to approach it. And if it doesn't go well, it doesn't go well. And there's nothing really that you could have done anyway. Like, if they don't respond well to you, they're not going to respond well to each other. So, you did all you can.
Well, here's what I have to say. You are a selfish bastard. Because this is someone's relationship and all you care about is your band.
This is the part of the
These
video
are
where
people
you just disregard
These are
everything that's being said.
these are people's lives.
These are people's lives.
And all you care about is your band. No.
Well, that's good.
That's only half true. Because there is truth in jest. But
This is important.
seriously, should you break them up?
It's stunting their development.
No. You shouldn't break them up. I don't think. I think I think this is what you said is pretty good. You might want to mediate. You might want to ask them separately how they're feeling about the whole relationship, right?
So you're copying my answer.
I'm going to elaborate.
He's cheating off my test right now.
I'm going to elaborate.
He's agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you, and I'm going to use it as a springboard to say you should speak
Okay, we're back to the relevant part of the video.
you should speak to them separately, and see what they want. And you
that's
can even
true.
say, like,
Separately, yeah.
you could even say, like, after, should things go that way, would you feel comfortable being around this person? And maybe it won't be comfortable for a long time, for a while, but maybe it would if you're willing to wait.
Yeah.
It's because it's not.
Honestly, this is a very touchy subject, like I said before. Like,
Touch you like this?
well, it depends. It depends on who's touching who and when they're doing it.
If I was touching it.
You just did. It's fine. It's on video.
Touch me, babe. Can't you see? Alright, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so it is a touchy subject in general, just because you're talking about like people's relationships, and like normally it should really be a personal thing. It shouldn't really affect what goes on within a band. But I've seen a couple of instances myself, and I'm sure that other people have experienced too, where it sort of just kind of just goes hand in hand, and there's really nothing you can do about it. But I think, even actually what he said is even a better idea. Don't talk to them together, talk to them separately. Just be like, hey, I've noticed that this has been happening, and it's really kind of affecting us, and I just, like, before bands, you know, like, I assume you guys are friends, which you should be friends if you're in a band together. Like, so I'm speaking to you as a friend as well as your bandmate, like, saying, like, I see that this is obviously affecting you and our band, you know, in consequence, you know, so, like, you should just be, like, if you talk to them and just be reasonable about it, they should probably be reasonable about it, too, and try and work their stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, like, after me and Justin broke up, like,
Yeah,
it was
really
still
awkward.
alright. Like, it
Just
was
because I
weird.
made such a huge fucking mistake.
It was weird for a little bit, but
It was really weird. I hate when he grows his hair out. It's fucking such a reminder.
Can I do some fucking talking?
No.
listen, this is our relationship we're talking
do you,
about.
I don't give a fuck.
do you hear
All
us
right, so
talking
anyways-
over each other? Talk.
Let me back the fuck
Nah,
up.
no, you cut your face off.
Mr. Big Shot over here was a tough guy.
Yeah.
What if they're the type of people, and I'm not saying they are because I don't know them, who, like, if you talk to them separately, one's going to feel like you went behind the other one's back? Because we have people like that here, you know what I mean?
That's
You
true.
know what I mean?
That's true.
So that's also a
Are
risk.
you
I'm not saying
that,
they're
are you
wrong.
saying that you talked behind my back?
So what would you do?
Not
then?
saying they're wrong.
What would you do?
Well, no, but see,
Normally, I would stay the fuck out of it.
Well, that's true.
Because I've learned, not in a similar situation, but, like, it's best just to stay out of other people's fucking business.
It is true. But he says he's involved. Really.
Yeah, I know, because he's in the band. But, you know, you can inadvertently make things worse.
It's true.
So,
yeah, it's also true.
let's
I mean,
just say, you know, and if this happens to anybody out there, in a similar situation, and you have this group project, you have this band, and it doesn't work out because of this, well, you know what? All is not lost. That just means, you know, it's, well, what's that quote from Fight Club? It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. Hey, you can start over again. Start a new band.
The only line I remember is you do not talk about Fight Club, and his name is Robert Paulson. That's all I got.
I
from
like
movie.
that. I actually.
So
I don't remember that.
you broke the rules as well. So, anyways,
You brought it up.
that's why I said as well.
All I'm thinking about is Brad Pitt shirtless right now. No.
Yeah.
I think you normally do that. That's probably why we broke up.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So, if this doesn't work out, you're free to start over. And I know that's going to be a bitch, but it's also a good thing. You know, you could find band members that don't have this type of drama or bullshit, or, like, you know, are not in a relationship with each other. Because, you know, sometimes it does, you know, make things complicated, right?
It depends. You know, this is the problem: is you're dealing with different people, you're dealing with different relationships, you're dealing with different feelings. It's all this shit is subjective. It really depends on who it is. It depends on what their relationship is like. You could be dealing with two people that are dating. You could be dealing with two people that are seeing each other. You could be dealing with two people that don't know each other, but they want to fuck. Like, I'm serious. Like, this is always, this is very, very subjective, and it's very hard to tell. Like, obviously, like, we're not going to ask you 95 questions to give you a good response, but, like, I agree with him. You know, normally I would stay out of it, but if it gets so bad that, like, it's really affecting you and your relationship with them and the band's development or whatever, if it gets that bad, then there's usually a point where you just snap and you're like, I have to fucking do something because this is becoming, like, a fucking terrible thing for me. Like, in turn.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
like,
think there's any wrong or right. I'm just saying if worse comes to worse, you know, it's not all bad.
yeah.
I mean,
No.
there's
Yeah, no
there's a million other reasons why a band could break up. But what do you do after that? You pick up your instrument, find new band members, and move on. You make more music, new band, and that's how you do it. This is not our
Everything-
first band.
Fuck no. Yeah, like that's always the goal to be moving forward. So, like, if you think it's affecting you that bad that you're having a hard time moving forward, then do that. You know, if worse comes to worse, you know, like, I don't know how your band dynamic works, and if, like, you're in the position to, like, if this is your band, or even if it isn't your band or it is your band, like, you feel like you're in a position to be like, hey, you know, I don't think it's working out, like, you know, maybe we should go our separate ways. I don't know how you work when it comes to stuff like that, because me personally, I don't really do stuff like that. I kind of just tough it out with whoever I'm with and try and work through all the problems. I'm very. It's like a last resort to like a pull a plug on anything. But depending on how you are, you could go from there and see what you think works best for you. Like in terms like, you know, do you think you should just cut the cord, or do you think you should try and work out what's going on?
So, Drac Dreadful, thanks so much for your question. Thanks for letting us use it.
Keep them coming.
Yeah. And hit him up. Needs a drummer. San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. Even if you're not in San Antonio, you know, Texas is, you know, a pretty small state, right?
Yeah, like it's about smaller than Jersey, I think, right?